2020 was a huge year for gaming. We've seen new consoles and new hardware released for PCs. We've seen the PS5, we've seen the Xbox Series X, the Xbox Series S, and the GTX 30 series line of cards on the PC side of things. So it's actually a pretty exciting year for gaming. In this video, we're going to talk about the top 10 upcoming games in 2021 that you should keep your eyes on. If you've played Dying Light 1, we're sure you remember how awesome that game was. Dying Light 2 takes on the same parkour, running, jumping, climbing in the apocalypse approach and puts it in a much more dynamic world. During your missions, you'll have to make choices that can change the course of the game and the city you live in, which means that each player should have their own unique experience in the game as they can build their own environment, allies, enemies, and ultimately their own city in the apocalypse. There's no official release date yet, but we're hoping that the game drops in around the second half of 2021. Outriders is a 1 to 3 player co-op game set in a dark sci-fi world. You and your teammates, called Outriders, are stuck on a hostile planet of Enoch as you embark on a journey to the source of a mysterious signal. The game is a genre hybrid, combining brutal FPS combat with a bunch of RPG elements. The developers have even partnered up with Nvidia to provide DLSS support for the game, and from what we've seen so far, the game looks gorgeous. There are 4 classes of players, each with their own unique perks and abilities, and a bunch of weaponry and player customization to deck out your characters with. The game is releasing on the 1st of March and will be available on the PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Stadia.
Dark Alliance is an up-and-coming RPG game that's supposed to be the spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate: Dark Alliance 2. The game revolves around you building a team to fight off enemies in the tundra region of Icewind Dale. It features characters from R.A. Salvatore's novel series, The Legend of Drizzt. There are 4 main playable characters: Drizzt Do'Urden, Catti Bree, Brennier Battlehammer, and Wulfgar. There's a single-player campaign where the players can choose either of these 4 characters and swap between them as and when they like. There's split-screen local co-op and online co-op for up to 4 players as well. The game comes out in fall 2021 and would be available for Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
It Takes Two is an upcoming co-op 3D action-adventure platformer that puts players in the shoes of May and Cody, a couple going through a divorce, and through unknown means, their minds are transported into 2 dolls which their daughter, Rose, had made to represent them. The game is all about finding your way back to your bodies and overcoming hurdles along the way as a team. There's a very heavy focus on co-op gameplay, much like we've seen in the past with games like A Way Out or We Were Here. The developers have prioritized merging the gameplay and the story, meaning each would be able to influence the other, and that's sounds super fun. Really looking forward to this one. The game is releasing on the 26th of March for the PS4 and 5, Xbox One and Series X, Series S, as well as the PC. Deathloop is an FPS title from Arcane Studios and Bethesda, the publishers of the Dishonored and Fallout series. The game revolves around 2 rival assassins trapped in a time loop on an island called Black Reef, where they are stuck repeating the same day till eternity. Your only way out of the situation is to end the cycle by assassinating each key target before the day resets. So if you're also getting Edge of Tomorrow vibes from this, we totally get that. We did too. You have some abilities and a bunch of weaponry on hand. It's up to the developers to make sure there's enough replayability in the game for it to not be boring after you're going through the same day again and again and again. The game is launching on May 21, 2021 and would be available on PC and the PS5. So Master Chief is back in what is being labeled the most expansive Master Chief story yet. 343 Studios, developers of the game, are labeling it as the most ambitious Halo game so far. Being the 6th main entry in the series and the 14th overall Halo game, we hope that they deliver on their promise. The game features cross-generation gaming across Xbox One and PC. There's 4K 60fps support, which judging by the gameplay videos should look absolutely gorgeous if you have a PC powerful enough or an Xbox Series X. There is no official release date for the game yet, but it's expected to launch in around Q3, Q4 2021. Now here's a classic for you. The 9th game in the series, the upcoming God of War Ragnarok, sure promises to be a lot. There's a lot of hype around the game and not much is known about it at the moment, but it's sure to be a PS5 exclusive featuring Kratos and his son Atreus. The game is expected to pick up right after the events of the 2018 God of War, wherein at the end, after Kratos and his son kill Baldur, there's an impending Ragnarok yet to happen. There is even a secret ending showing Kratos and his son confronting Thor at the end of the Fimbulwinter. A minute-long teaser trailer about the game has been released, but that's about it. The game is expected to come out around late 2021, but there have been rumors that it might even get delayed to 2022. Another heavily anticipated game for 2021 is the next installment in the Far Cry series. The game features a dictator as the antagonist named Anton and his son Diego in control of Yara, an island in the Caribbean which was once prosperous but now has been ruined by ashes by said dictator. From the trailer so far, the game seems to capture the whole guerrilla revolution vibe quite accurately, and with the next generations of consoles already out there, the graphics are expected to be top notch as well. Apart from this, you can expect all the usual Far Cry stuff that we've seen in the games before. The title launches on the 31st of December 2021, so a long way from now, and it's coming to PlayStation, Xbox, PC and Stadia. The 8th major installment in the Resident Evil series has been long coming, and it's about time now. The game picks up after a few years from the events of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard and an all-new storyline featuring Ethan Winters and his wife Mia living in a new world free from their past, but just as they're about to rebuild, they get stuck down again. The game has a few tricks up its sleeves. You'll get to see Chris Redfield, who's always been a hero in the series, come out as a villain, and the village you're in acts as a character in itself, changing and adapting as the game moves on. There is no release date yet, so expect it to launch in late 2021. The game is coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S and the PC. And to top this list off, we've got an old classic in the works. It's been quite some time since the last Prince of Persia game released, and it's good to see Ubisoft finally remaking a classic that first graced the PlayStation 2 in 2003. The game follows the story of the original with a few twists here and there, but the core remains the same. You're a prince trying to save your kingdom from a treacherous vizier who wants the sands of time for his personal gain. The major difference this time will be the graphics, which are set to be updated to the 2021 standards. All the acrobatic moves, jumping, fighting mechanics and gameplay elements remain the same. The game has been announced for Xbox, the PlayStation 4 and PC at the moment, so it would be interesting to see how the graphics hold up. It's expected to release on the 18th of March 2021. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon and tell us in the comments below what games are you excited for. If you want to know more about gaming or tech, visit our website Candid.Technology, follow us on social media at Candid.Technology, follow me at Instagram or Twitter, and we'll see you in the next video.